Following on from the first video on drawing a graph of quadratic, we're going to try something a little bit difficult. We're going to have something like minus 2x squared. So let's copy and complete the table below for y is equal to 6 minus x minus 2x squared for values of x from minus 3 to 2.5. Then using the table, plot the graph of y is equal to 6 minus x minus 2x squared for values of x from minus 3 to 2.5. Using the graph, calculate the coordinates of the maximum point. Yes, we will have a maximum point here, mainly because it's minus 2x squared. Draw on your graph and label the line of symmetry, and use your graph to find the solutions of the equation 6 minus x minus 2x squared is equal to 0. So we've got y is equal to 6 minus x minus 2x squared. So here's our table. So the first column's row is quite easy. It's just going to be a row of 6's. So we'll put a row of 6's in here. It doesn't matter what x is, it's going to be a 6. Then minus 3 is 3, minus 2 is 2, minus 1 is 1, 0 is 0, minus 1, minus 1.5, minus 2, minus 2.5. Right, we need to really look what minus 2x squared actually means. So note the following. When x is equal to minus 3, 2x squared will be equal to minus 2 times minus 3 squared. So you square the minus 3 to get 9, and then multiply by minus 2. So it becomes minus 2 times 9 minus 18. Pause the video and just check that very carefully before you fill in this row here. So we get minus 18, minus 8, minus 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4.5, minus 8, and minus 12.5. So just check each of these carefully that you get these values when you go through the video, and use your calculator to help you. Right, like before, all we need to do is add up all these three things here to get the y coordinate. Not the top one, just the three here which are in different colour. So we've got 6 plus 3, which is 9, 9 minus 18, which will give me minus 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 minus 8 gives me 0. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 take away 2 is 5. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 take away 1 is 5. Take away 2 is 3. Maybe have to have a calculator here, but 6, these two together give you minus 6. 6 minus 6 gives you 0. 6 minus 2 minus 8, so it's 6 minus 10, which is minus 4, and then the last one, a little bit difficult, but 6 minus 2.5 minus 12.5 gives me minus 9. We then plot the points minus 3, minus 9, minus 2, 0, minus 1, 5, minus 0, 6, 1, 3, 1.50, 2 minus 4, and 2.5 minus 9. So that gives me those values that I need to plot. We no longer need the table. All we need now is that information. So I'll write that out again across the top here for part B. So we've got some nice graph paper here. Right, set we need from at least from minus 9 up to 6. So I went from minus 10. Along the x-axis go from minus 3 to 3, and then from here we're going from minus 10, and I went up to 10. Note here, each one of these is 1, but on this axis each one is actually 2. Now that's all right, as long as we're consistent along the whole of the axis here, and this can be different, but as long as we're consistent along the whole axis. Remember to label your axis x and y. Right, we now plot the points minus 3, minus 9, which is there, minus 2, 0, that's there, minus 1, 5, which is there, 0, 6, which is there, and 1, 3, which is there, 1.50, which is there, and 2 minus 4, which is there, and 2.5 minus 9, which is there. Right, now we could draw a point, but we draw the curve, but is it really going to look okay? What we could do is look for that extra point that we did in the last video. Now, the extra point, because we know quadratics of symmetry, the vertex, or the maximum point, because it curves this way round, is going to be halfway between -2 and 1.5. Now, to find the coordinates of that point, all we need to do is do -2 plus 1.5, and then divide that by 2 to get minus 0.25. So the extra point is going to be somewhere around here. That's where the line of symmetry is going to be. Y is equal to 6 minus x minus 2x squared. So we're going to have that y is equal to 6 minus 0.25 minus 2 times minus 0.25 squared. That's going to give me 6 plus 0.25, and then minus 2 times minus 0.25 all squared gives me minus 0.125. So be very, very careful here. When you're squaring with your calculator, multiplying by 2 all in one go, you really need to put in brackets. That gives me 6.125. So actually it's a point slightly higher, just about here somewhere, which is, so we'll plot that on, and it's about there. That might make it easier. You can see it a little bit more easier now to draw the curve. So with a pencil, and perhaps resting your wrist on the paper, draw the curve and then label it at one end. Okay, you should do it with a pencil in case you make mistakes. Right, the line of symmetry. The line of symmetry will be at the same coordinate, on the same x coordinate as the vertex here, which is minus 0.25. So we should draw on our line of symmetry. Okay, its equation will be x is equal to minus 2.5. It doesn't matter what the y coordinates is, x is always going to be minus 0.25. And the solutions of 6 minus x minus 2x squared is equal to 0. Well, if we compare that with 6 minus x minus 2x is equal to y is equal to 0 is in fact the x-axis. So we've got 2 points where the curve touches the x-axis. That's going to be at -2, the one that just turned orange, and this one here at 1.5. So the solutions are x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 1.5. So when you're solving a quadratic equation, when you're putting it equal to 0, you're trying to find where the graph of the function is actually equal to 0, so where it actually cuts the x-axis. And again, you can either have two solutions, one where it just comes up and it just touches the curve and touches the axis and come back down, and then also you can have the situation where there are actually no solutions as well. Okay, this has been a video to show you how to plot a quadratic function using a table where in fact the term in front of x squared is in fact negative. I hope that you understood this video. You might also like to know that this function could be written this way round as well. Y is equal to minus 2x squared minus x plus 6. Okay, and we can see very clearly that here the term in front of the x squared is negative, and that's what happens. You get a curve that goes that way round, and when this is positive you will get a curve that goes that way round. Okay, hope you've understood this, and I hope this video has been useful, and I thank you very much for watching.